I didn't check my voice audio before starting this, so I have to check it now. It's checking out. Okay, cool. So, my performance in actually doing the gameplay of this hasn't been very good so far. And about 80% of my problems have to do with grenades. I keep getting marauded by grenades, essentially. So, how would I fix that? Well, one is just practice and get better at noticing grenades.
I heard the Hiss attacked the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the plant attracted them?
The power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't even know what kind of energy it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Anyway, after I was rudely interrupted, this is not the right place to be. One way, one trivial way is to upgrade your health until the health is over twice as much as it is now, and that would allow me to survive 2 hits by grenades before by actually 3 hits by grenades before dying instead of 2. Because right now, if I get hit by a grenade twice, I die, essentially. However, this is a slow pathway. You only get 20% up per upgrade. So if you wanted to get twice as much, so it'd be 1.2, 1.2 times 1.2, which is 1.44. Another 20%. It would take me down to like this level before I actually doubled my health. Which, at least, if not here. So that would be very long. Typically when I play video games, if you're familiar with how I, like my Vinog and things like that, I tend to like to upgrade my damage, the damage that I deal, to max, and you kind of ignore defensive stuff and health stuff. Because you can't win unless you can do damage to the enemy. The only way to win is to decrease their health till they die. You cannot win with defense. You cannot win with health. Given it gives you more chances, but you can't win. And usually, upgrading your health just makes fights take longer. So I tend to, just to make things move along, like to update my damage and not really upgrade my health. It's really not my style. So, yeah, I'm getting really messed up by grenades, and I don't really have a clear path forward on how to prevent that in the future. Multi-launch is this way. So, okay, so I want to go this way necessarily. So, launch, the reason why I tend to upgrade that the most is because it's the attack that does the most damage and is therefore seemingly the most useful. Um, this is also going to be useful, but I don't have it yet. Okay. Um, Another decision I have to make is, do I upgrade my grip or do I try to save up for spin? And upgrading my grip is going to give me immediate a significant increase in my ability to do damage. However, I still want to save up for spin, just because because doing things that are harder to get earlier tends to work better in my experience, even though I don't really have very much experience. Next thing I have to decide is, do I go around the executive sector, or do I just move on to the research sector immediately? And how I would usually play video games if I weren't doing a Let's Play is to
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
actually go around the executive sector again and look for doors that require clearance level 2 or 3 that I haven't gone through, because I didn't have to clearance level 2 or 3 the first time I went through. For Let's Play, it's kind of a questionable choice because that slows down the pace. But I decided just to do things how I would do them, as opposed to not let how this is a Let's Play influence what I'm doing. But there is some debate there as to what the right thing to do would have been. So we looked around in here. It's clearance level 1, of course.
The hole in your room is a hole in you. You came and we let you in through the hole.
And I want to do headshots in particular. So I'm doing this really inefficiently because I'm trying to do headshots. Oh, 1 out of 10. Okay, cool. The health. I got grenaded. It's a level 1 though, so it wasn't a very powerful grenade. Oh, dear. Oh dear. I have to go back to the control point. That sucked.
Joel Langston.
That might cause enemies to respawn too. This is good grenade dodging practice. Okay, so he's still dead here. Ugh. Okay, 2 out of 10. The headshot. Good job. My compliments to the AI. That was pretty good. I can still throw them when they're like that. Cool. Low on health. I don't have to kill something to get more health, though. Okay, there's something to kill. Grenades are gonna come at me here. Ahead. Shot this guy. Oh, missed. I didn't kill him with the headshot, so it didn't count. Right in the head. Okay, 4 out of 10. Kill him with the headshot, though. Okay. Well, I dodged that terribly, but I was in the right spot to get hit, so I survived. Oh, God. There's a lot of health at the bottom. I'm up against a rail. That was inconvenient. That smashed. Ah, phooey. I could do this way easier if I just did like launches and things. I'm just trying to get that board countermeasure where I hit headshots, so I'm trying to headshot them. That's why I'm making it so needlessly difficult.
If they occupy a host's mind and utilize their skills, then the viewer will know the combat.
Okay, they probably all respawned. At least I can... Yeah, start cowering. Now I can get you. There, I shot the photo of myself. I stand there and got shot. Tried to do a headshot.
Come on, you're smarter than this. People are counting on you.
Is that at me? There we go, 7. There's 8. They're all down there. It's been a whole batch. Invaded right into a wall. That was not helpful. One more. And I can just obliterate them. It's not a headshot. Great. Well, give me your health. Oh, no health to give? That's lame. Accidentally put my shield up. That was stupid. Okay. Ooh, that was terrible. Okay. Okay, that was... Don't have charge. Don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have Pierce. Okay, good. Okay, let's... Stop being distracted by board count... Well, let's see here. distracted by board countermeasures. I lost the source because I died so many times. And then just try to
Focus.
go through there and find
Help your friends by not worrying. Worry only wastes time. Focus on the work.
try to actually, like, do fighting well. Explore unexplored areas. I hate you.
We're in the dark here. Where's Darling when we need him?
Yeah, I tried. It's pretty difficult. Okay. Try again.
There's no
Gee.
logic to this.
For vending machines, because I know there's something to do with those. There's some Steam achievement having to do with those. It's extremely uncommon to get. So, what is it? Chuck 'em? You have to specifically kill enemies with vending machines. So this is a... Whoops. I don't know what that was. They have this stupid loading screen that takes forever again. This is the single worst thing about this game is this loading screen and how long it takes. Let's go around the other way, because that was
This is
stupid.
only happening in Executive, right? The other sectors might be fine, right?
Here we go.
Executive sector is supposed to have an
Actual progress.
If the internal lockdown is in effect, then they can't use the elevator to reach us. We're on our own.
I can't believe they didn't think of these things when they installed the lockdown system.
Okay.
I can't get over what happened to Booker, to Smith, the others. Why did they start acting like that?
That red light got him. But honestly, I don't know what happened.
I keep thinking about the pulsing under his skin and those words.
Yeah, this is clearance level 1, so we've been in here. Yeah.
Where's Marshall? We're
Trench. How come no one's taking charge here?
You didn't hear? Trench is dead. There's a new director.
So 4. So I cross over here. It's open, please.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, just checking. Actually do go that way.
I can't believe we're doing this. I'm a senior executive.
Apparently the Hiss are infiltrating control points. Hope says setting these things up may help.
4. Okay, nothing there. There. was annoying. Okay. I don't know if I get an achievement for using that on one of them. I didn't though. Vending machine. I don't know what you're supposed to do with the vending machines. Can I get there before my health runs out? We'll see. Nope. To upgrade my health before doing those. It's just the mailroom just has 2 levels to it. Do I have to fight again if I go back in here? If all the objects don't like aren't where I threw them isn't saved from instance to instance of my gameplay. All the computers just ended up back on the desks again somehow magically. Makes sense. You have to store a lot of information if it weren't that way, but it's not realistic. You think high clearance in here? I know it's probably going to be a fight. It's only level 1. Didn't take note of any high clearance doors. I guess dead letters. It says that way. Okay, got a little lost there. I'm on my way to dead letters. Any vending machines nearby? No. Where are you? Yeah. We already had... Here's level 2, I guess. Dear New York Tribune, airplanes aren't real. I figured out how they do it. The videos are TV screens. The whole thing moves on big tracks like a roller coaster that moves to the underground tunnels in the earth. Airports are more like train stations. They do this because the sky is full of monsters that they don't want us to know about. The planes we see in the sky are the monsters. The government made the earth trains look like the monsters so that they could lie to us better. Don't contact me. Sweet. Is that it? Wow, we got clearance level 2 that allowed us to read that one thing. Let's try it. I tend to fail these. Wait, well, go to the energy converters. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Try it again until we keep trying it. We're gonna keep trying it until we get it, essentially. Grenade into oblivion. See anything level 2 or 3. Cafeteria, don't see anything level 2 or 3. Okay, we'll be able to go somewhere new when we get level 4, though.
Happiness comes. White grows with yellow.
Okay, let's hit this control point.
There's no logic to this.
Check where we are here. Keep dying, we keep losing source. And what's our mission here? Let's go to the research sector. Finally moving on. Oh, that's really small. Okay. Sure, which way should we go first? The big room? Probably not. Let's go to the right first. Yeah, ritual that we probably don't want to go that way yet.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Just making sure, just to clear it as red. I don't want to actually watch it again. Nothing else here. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events collected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical space? Is physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible unseen chords and wonder at the result. The morphogenetic field. Anyway, the visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably produce blank behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file blank for full report. It's causing lag. I don't know why it is. Those are hard to hit with launch. I really like release weapons mods. Wait. Hold on. Oh, we can deconstruct weapons mods. Okay. That might be important. So, for example, we have weapon damage. Like, we have 3 of these, right? So, wait. I can deconstruct this. Oh, okay. That helps a lot. I didn't realize that we could do these things. So, so 30 and this one we can deconstruct. Good. Equip that one. If I lost 5, I can deconstruct. Okay. Missing out on weapons mods because weapons mods were full. I didn't know you could get rid of them. It's cool. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlight affixed on their rifles to search for targets. If snipers are no less lethal, the corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should know that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close-quarter combat, and these snipers are well aware of how to use it. Refer to blank for full report. Okay. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced a transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE blank in which blank blank. Event response. Event is believed to have been caused by blank blank, and as a result the following measures have been taken to prevent blank 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 blank. Just accidentally made a shield. Trying to go forward. Okay, and don't know how you're supposed to use those. Have to go around for that. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of him? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab, plus it's always great to work with you. Oh, so Carla is the woman in the video, and Hubert is the man in the video. Okay. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 BlackRock samples you sent. The Prism or whatever you call it. I filed them in the usual place under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the best, Hubert. Something? Okay. Oh, personal mods full too. Is there any personal mods that I can, like, that are kind of silly? This one definitely is. Want all launch energy cost reductions, except this one is only 7%, so silly. I have 4 of these. 4 of them, having 4 is useless because there's only going to be 3 personal mod slots max, so this one's useless. It's another launch energy cost reduction. Okay, so we can eliminate one of these 8s. 4 of these, we can't use 4, so we're going to get rid of some of these 5s. We already have one of those, so we can't use 4 at once of this either. So get rid of one of these 20s. Evade energy cost, evade energy cost. Okay. Now I can pick this up. I got. There wasn't a control point nearby, so that means I go back all the way to Central Executive. That's nice. It's real nice. Okay, great. I cleanse a control point to clear that. Let's go up this time for a change. Try to find a control point to clear. Then I can go from lighter colored, because I can see it's like an isolated, like, white section here. Keeps things organized.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Okay.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them?
The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes in the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the blank in the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I'll attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to file 632-6498 for full report.
And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you in asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel. All fuss, but no result. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think about whose additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of a single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. So they're fighting over the money.
Despite what you may have heard,
Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Blank opened the door to a blank. I have called blank. The blank emits a force that is far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. To show me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common blank that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer the whole time? Refer to file blank for full report.
HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them.
Dr. Deiling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the blank, an entity or group of entities that have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In certain report, he stated that there is a clear link between the objects of power and blank, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, in fact, ingrained into the very blank of objects such as the hotline and the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the blank, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the blank? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the blank is a natural fact and not something more blank? Refer to 623-9382 for full report.
You do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got it.
Some spawning happened. We're going to ignore it.
Constantly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research.
ashtray maze. Weapons mods full. What? Dear. Let's get rid of a few of these. Okay. Okay, let's try to solve this using some paper. Looks a bit complicated. So we'll start the entrance. Run forward. We get to an ashtray, and that opens. Okay. Run forward. That opens. I go back the other way. Hit an ashtray. That opens. Back at the start. Backtrack. Just avoid the ashtrays? Try to still figure out the trigger mechanisms for these things. Okay, what is this? I have to make it back to Central Executive somehow. Or at least to, like, some sort of control point so I can travel there. That was the end of that. It's not a good place for you to be doing one of those things. Couldn't get out of the situation. Get to a control point in time. Okay. Well, I've already gone up to Darling's office, so now I guess we just see where else we can go. So I've already gone up to that level. Well, let's go up one layer. Okay. Down one layer. I've already been in there, I think. Okay, we can go in clearance level. We can go in clearance level 3 places. We're just gonna finish this room first before I go into another room. I can't construct anything right now because I don't have a control point. I need a control point. That was productive. Before I die so many times I lose my source, I better go back to where I can find a control point.
There's no logic to this.
Oh, a nav spin. Second. Spinning grip, and then It's better than Shatter, but I like the original gun better. Maybe that gets good if I upgrade it, I don't know. See if I don't die, just see if I die again. Is this the bottom finally? Nothing in here. Worth checking. Interesting bathroom architecture. Got through all that. Got down to the bottom, it looks like. Did the game crash? We're gonna have to pull the game and restart it. I have to sit through all the logos again. They're not skippable. Like, if I press escape, it doesn't skip them. So I don't know. Yeah, every time you launch the game, you just have to watch these. So note to game developers, make the beginning skippable. Don't reload maps where you just died and just to go back to the same map you were just in. Please. The only place you can save your game is at a control point. irritating. So we're just in this map. Finally, a control point. Okay, this is gonna be probably where I quit recording.
Price, come in, Price. This is Marshall. We need.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Do we need to get levitate in order to complete this? Don't. surface. Seriously? I'm gonna have to sit through a loading screen again. Thank you for finishing loading. Where are these things even coming from? At least it's a sniper, in theory. Suppose you could say you should take the sniper out first, if you can suddenly die without warning due to them. So I have to go through another fight through this room before I get down to that room. Too far. The health. Oh, I finally got. I'm near the health pickups, but I can get you for that too. We have to get to the control point as soon as possible. There we go.
Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted Black Pyramid. The board, all linked. Intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Got the control point. Means I can look up here. The Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Blank was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Blank, we decided to repurpose the space. Similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the Blank behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to File 319-3811 for full report. Addendum. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity, also known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Plus red. Well, I might have to use shield here, but we'll figure it out in the next recording, because I'm already at the 2 hours. I tend to shoot for an hour and 45 minutes, but sometimes it goes a little bit over because I can't stop playing the game. So I'm going to end it here.